numbers, 99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Hold up. Yeah.
We're crossing the streams. Video feedback. Everybody drop some acid. Whoop, 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 whoop. Dive. What's up, y'all? What up, internet? What up, fans of Elliott Waves? By the way, we traded again. We did 107 trades today in a row for profitability, only using VWAP. And that's all we'll continue to use. So if you're just joining us, hi. Let me see if I can get my face on. I'm running a couple of different streams all at once here. I might break the internet. Oh, look, it's working. Hello again. Everybody hear me? So we got 3 things going on now, 4 things. Now we're on the interweb, raging bullers, YouTubers, TikTokers, the dungeon, and the mothership. You all hear me? You all ready to go? You ready? You're all strapped in? All right. You ready to go? So today, and because the Bulldogs have won back-to-back SEC championships, and they beat Texas and Alabama in back-to-back SEC championships, I'm living my best life right now. And if you don't know, JMU is also one of my teams that I root for because my son went there. So JMU, if Notre Dame would have got into, would have been a trifecta, I think my head would have exploded. Before I became a JMU fan or Georgia fan, I was a Notre Dame fan because that was the only team there you watched on television. Anyway, long story short, I always rooted for Notre Dame. Fast forward to where I am now, JMU. My son went there, suddenly became a sports team. Next thing you know, they're in the tournament. Basketball, their football team. The coach goes to Indiana. He becomes a rock star. He's kicking ass for Indiana. But the Georgia Bulldogs, that's where my daughter goes, and never experienced SEC like I have experienced the last couple of years. And I'm a hardcore fan now, like crazy fan, like lunatic fan. Like I'm still mad that I didn't make it into the championship 4 years ago. I wasn't even a fan really then. I mean, I liked them, but not like I do now. But back-to-back SEC championships against Texas and Alabama, only a true Georgia fan would understand that. It's insane. It's insane, especially where I come from. I don't know what glory feels like. The last glorious moment I had in sports was 2009 when the Yankees won the World Series. Since then, New York sports has completely sucked. It's one of the worst ever. And I root for the worst franchise in all sports, which is the New York Football Jets. Luckily, I'm a New York sports fan, so I got to taste a little bit of glory when Eli beat Manning twice. Those were really great days. So what I'm doing right now, if you're listening to me, I'm offering my website a $5,000 discount. It's free. And if you just said, my God, this guy charges $5,000 for his chat room. Yep. And prices are going up. You know why? Because we're elite. Because we're elite. And we make people money. And we do things that not everybody does. This is a 8-hour symposium of information every day and stock picks. And you learn options. And you learn futures. And you learn crypto. And you learn algorithmic coding. This ain't no joke. Right? So if that number is like bewildering to you, this is your chance. This is your chance to come in and say, okay, what do I get for $5,000? Right? So if today was your first day, you've been like, oh, now I get it. Because we absolutely lit the whole fucking world on fire this morning. And everything that we came to do played out just like we thought it would. Only using VWAP and price action. There is nothing else you need to know about in this world. I've experimented with everything. Stochastics, Bollinger Bands, Ichiro clouds. We had this conversation yesterday, right? I've isolated it. Well, you've had some glory in the 70s with Pittsburgh, and you had Barry Bonds on the team. And Pittsburgh is a storied franchise. At least you had Roberto Clemente. The Jets had one moment. One. Joe Namath. And he sold the soul of the franchise to the devil to win that championship. And until Joe Namath is dead, which I don't want to have happen because I haven't met him yet, one of the only sports heroes of mine that I've never met in person, they're cursed. Worst franchise in sports, by far. Jets. Because the cyclical nature of the NFL is that there's parity, like this year. There's no good teams. They're all basically average teams. You put any of these teams up against the 49ers with Steve Young or Montana, the score's 90-0. You think this Rams team is any good? They're just better than most of these teams. They all suck. The NFL sucks now. But that's the sickest part about the Jets. The cyclical nature of the NFL is that the bad teams eventually get better. Not the Jets. They just stay shitty in perpetuity. It actually doesn't make any sense. And what it really doesn't make any sense is that if you treat the Jets as if it's a business, no business would be able to survive 51 years of ineptitude without going out of business. So again, that's where I'm at now. I'm actually hoping, right, that they just suck. Well, so you'd get some good draft picks? No, I just want them to go away. I'm done. Go away. Go away. I'll root for the Giants. I'll live my life with the Yankees and the Giants. I don't need the Jets in my life anymore. I'm done. They suck. I mean, I'll come back because I'm a real fan, but I decided I can't take the pain anymore. I don't even bet against them now. I'm just sick of it. I don't even want to watch. Sick of it. So let me get back to this SEC championship. Right? So now, for all you people out there on the internet, all right, this guy talks a lot of shit every day. You certainly do, Ali. I talk the most shit. Right? Because I got, what's they say? If you could walk the walk, can you talk the talk? Talk the talk, walk the walk, whatever the fuck they say. I'm walking the walk every day. And I do it live. We do it live. Right? So my new friends that are in the dungeon, we're calling it, right? They saw what I did today. Right? They understand that every trade we put on worked. Even this stupid Tilray trade that we had to get a faux show bro on. Thought we might lose money on a Chewy short, some Chewy puts. No losses. None. Right? You know why? Oh, that's going to blow our eardrums out. I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. So anyway. So now, for the low price of nothing, you get to hang with us as if you're a real member, right? The only thing you're not going to get, or maybe if Solid wants to come down and visit you in the dungeon, again, Solid. By the way, if you're in the Tilray, here we go. Dollar cost averaging. Okay. Suddenly I'm Denzel. Okay. We're trading Tilray. We're working our way through it. Faux show, bro. Okay. How you like me now? The one trade that we had that wasn't working, now it's working because it just faux showed and broed, right? So we bought a little up here because it broke yesterday's high. So I nibbled and I said, you know what? I'm only going to nibble here because I'm thinking it probably will pull back and try to shake everybody out before the next move. Oh, man, Kenny, how'd you know it was going to pull back? Because I'm great. I'm the best it's ever been. And then it went under the VWAP and I'm like, ooh, here it comes. And I bought a little bit more. And then it popped and I'm like, oh, man, I was hoping it would go to 812. And then it faux show broed again. And because I got the lovely orange line down there, if it broke the orange line, I would have eat it, right? Eat it. But it didn't. So all it did was provide me more ammunition, another faux show. So I bought more. And now I dollar cost average my way into a profitable trade. Normally, you know, there's a point where if you start adding new money to a bad idea, that's not good trading. But when you have the mighty, mighty prior day VWAP down there saying, all right, as long as it doesn't break here, you could add. Don't be stupid. Break 787, you got to eat it. And it didn't. And we got out of it. And now you could sell it here at 812 a little bit. I'm still anticipating it getting back to the high day and ripping people's heads off because the year 2025 has been the year of the dog shit stock. And there's not much doggier or shittier than Tilray. But they had a reverse split. Oh, the worst. Alabama getting into the tournament? Absolute travesty. Georgia is 11-0. They lose the SEC championship game, and they get kicked out of the playoffs that year, and they go beat Florida State by 60 points. By the way, I don't begrudge I love what Notre Dame said. Not letting us in the tournament? Fuck off. I love it. People calling them crybabies. I love it. I love it. There's no way Alabama should be in this tournament. No way. All right. Let's go back to what I'm saying here. So 2026 is a lot of things going to be changing on the website. Prices are going up. We're doing tier systems. We're doing a little bit different. The schmooze is going to be different. There's going to be a service. I'm going to have Glick's picks. I'm going to have an algo running. Lots of stuff I've been working on for 10 years. Solid. We're probably going to spin him off. So now, before the year is up, that's why. Here's what I want you to do. Email me right now, kennyglick@aol.com. I'm going to throw you in the dungeon. You'll hang out. You'll see within a couple of weeks that I ain't no joke. Because the way that this business should work is the way we do it. Man, you sound like you know what you're talking about. I certainly do know what I'm talking about. And I'll show you I know what I'm talking about for no obligation on your own. I don't want to know your credit card. You definitely don't have to pay for anything. Just show up and watch and learn. Because this ain't cherry picking. This ain't after the fact bullshit. When you're making videos that you see on the internet, we had this trade that went up this amount, and we had this trade that went up that amount. What will you do for us next? Well, let me sell you this service. No. I show you what I do for nothing. And then you want to pay. I don't have to ask. That's the difference between what we do. And then it's just rinse and repeat. And there's a reason I'm doing the same thing I was doing for the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 7 years, 9 years, 11 years, 15 years. So now it's going to be since 2012, right? Let's just call it 10 years. There's a reason I'm doing the same trade over and over and over again. It works, and I could teach it. It's teachable. There's a reason I don't sell scanners, because scanners are scams. Nobody needs a scanner. Right? I do it the right way. I show you what I do. I demonstrate how to make money. Are you interested? You should be. Great. Does this fit the way that you want to trade? Great. Join us. That's it. And that's the way it should be done. And that's the way it's not done. It's the way we do it. So, and I'm not trying to threaten anybody, right? But we are going to go a la carte 2026, Solid and I. You're already a member, you're in. You joined for the year, you're in. Most of the stuff's going to be embedded. But 2026, it's a la carte. Solid and I are working too hard. We built this algorithm way too hard, putting money to work. A lot of stuff going on. And when you're doing $3,000 a day, paying $5,000 for the year, it's chicken feed. Squadoosh. You got $2,000 to your name, yeah. Paying $5,000 or $6,000 for a yearly subscription to a chat room is absurd. You can't do it. That's why I do it for free. That's why you should be watching me on the internet. Build your account. Put some money in a jar. Save up your pennies to join what we're doing here. Because this ain't going to stop. We're just getting started. I'm 54 years old. I've never traded this well. Ever. Seriously. Never been like this before. It's every trade. To the point where I need people to help me. Because I missed this iRobot 3 different times. If I had an assistant watching it for me, we'd be crushing it. Got in late, made a little bit of money, but I want to be in. I want you to understand what we're doing here. Faux show, bro, VWAP rate, get paid. Breaks down, roll over, finger of God, get short, get paid. Faux show, bro, VWAP rate, get long again, get paid. You got to understand what we're doing here. I give you the trades. You put them on for me. You make some money. I make some money. We all live happily ever after. Because if it's the money that you're lacking, I'll give you the money. As long as you know what you're doing. And when you know what you're doing, then you're doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. I don't need you to think for yourself. I don't need you to debate. And if you ever say the word, "Oh, I figured," you're fired. Nobody's figuring shit. Things are happening or they're not happening. Nobody figures, right? Is the trade breaking VWAP? Is the answer yes? No figuring. Do something about it. Are you in a trade that's rolling over and breaking VWAP? Ooh, I figured it would go back up. Did you? You're fired. I want you to sell it. There's no figuring in trading. There's no let's see what happens in trading. I'm telling you what happens. It's going to get worse. You follow my rules, we all get paid. You slip, you try to think for yourself, you're done. So if you're ready to work under those criteria, we'll talk. Right now, I'm in the training session of Guzman and Linda. Got a couple other guys under there, under the hood. And this process is going to be, I'm doing it the right way now. Nobody's getting access to money until I'm 100% convinced you're not a fucking lunatic. Because God damn it, every time I've tried this with somebody, they've gone off the rails. They've done some insane shit. Plus, it's not as easy as I thought to set up these sub accounts. I used to have my own firm. I could open up a master account. I had sub accounts. Everybody got their own login. It was great. It's a little bit more difficult now, a little bit more regulated. So I'd rather you all do this for yourself. But man, it's days like today, and there's really not that much going on. I still miss 2 or 3 good trades. I don't want to miss anything in 2026. So I'll train you, and you'll trade with me. And inevitably, I want to have this conversation. Kenny, thank you for the training. I'm glad we made money together. I'm going to go out on my own now. And I will say, good luck. Fly, fly, fly. And that's the process. I don't mind if you leave me. Just better be leaving on a good note. So email me right now, internet. I'll get back to you. I know I got about 20 or 30 more people I got to email because things got a little busy this morning. Busier than I thought it would be. And if anybody's still short the cues, Solid's coming for you. He already bought calls, right? Nobody's shorting. Nobody's shorting. Market doesn't go down, but it went down before. Sure. Yeah. That's why you faux show, bro. Nobody's shorting the market. What if the Fed? Nobody. What about the Fed? Who cares? Nobody cares. Interest rates are going down. Big deal. It's already priced into the market. Market doesn't go down. It went down before. Sure it did. So the reason they call me the warlock, right? If you haven't caught on, I have a whole different persona when the money's on the line. I'm not here to fuck around, right? You heard that saying, fuck around, find out? I ain't finding out. I found out enough. My tolerance is at 0 now, right? I'll tell you what to do. You do what I tell you. We make money. And that's it. There's no in between. And again, that's if you work for me. It's a tough job. Some people can't handle this. If you think you can, we'll talk. But first things first, get to the website. Let me throw you in the dungeon. Take some of these trades. Show me that you know what you're doing. Show me that you could follow some instructions. Show me that you sell into the move, raise your stop. Don't get crushed on any trades. Show me you know. Show me that you could pay attention. And how are you going to show me? Actually trade. Put them in a paper trade, real trade, small size. Show me. Hey, Kenny, man, that day when you were buying iRobot, there's my trade. Hey, that Chewy trade that you said, I was in that one too. Hey, that QQQ long trade when it faux show broke, I was in that one also. And I will say, oh shit, look at you paying attention. Let's go. And that's what I want to do. So the way that's going to happen is start showing up. Start taking some of these trades and understand them. And when the trade works, you make money. But the more important part is to address the ones that don't work. And what are you going to do about it? Because that's the way you stay in the business. When the one that doesn't work, right? Let me just talk about this Chewy trade one more time, right? For lack of a better word, the ignorant trader thinks that you just buy something, it goes up, and you make money. It's not how it works. That's only part of it. The ignorant trader who joins a pick service and thinks that it's so easy that you're just going to get picks. So let's say you got Glick's picks this morning, right? And I was telling people to buy the stock if it breaks 33.65. Whoa, shit. But if you didn't read the rest of the email, I said if it gets to 34.50, you got to be selling something and then raise your stop to your entry price. And if it gets to 35, we're looking for it to go to 37.50. If it gets to 37.50, you want to sell 90% of it because that's the trade. Look where it went. We sold 35, 37.50, and then we cashed out. We didn't even wait for the open because I wanted to play the fade. The fade. What's the fade? Well, now that the stock is up, people like us who understand trading are going to cash out. So now we killed it on the long side. We sell, and then sell the rest. Now the open comes. I'm like, hey, let's play the fade. We got short, and it tanked, and we got paid. And then it got into a little downtrend. And right there, we bought the $36 calls for $36 puts for 80 cents. Oop, sorry. By the way, nobody's short right now, right? We're ripping to the highs. Talking about the Qs. Don't short the Qs. Solid's already long those calls. See? That guy knows what he's doing. So here you go. $36 puts. And I explained order entry. We were walking through the trade. We got paid, son. Didn't bottom ticket. Didn't have to. VWAP break. Got him right here. 85. Didn't look like it was going to work. Didn't look like it was going to work. Didn't look like it was going to work. Then it worked. Sold some, sold the rest. Done. So we went from being rah, long trade, faux show, bro, VWAP break, woo, to cashing out, getting short, and making money on the short side. The ignorant trader is still long the stock, saying, but you told me to buy it. What do I do? If you don't take profits on the way up, you're going to always lose money. Always. Right? Here's our other trade from before. Olma. Imagine getting an alert on your phone at $27 and the stock goes to 41 and then it plummets all the way back to 27.50 where we were telling people about it. And you let a stock go from 27.50 to 41 back to 27.50 and then you're like, man, this Kenny doesn't know what he's doing. No, you don't. Nobody with any sanity would let a stock go from 27.50 to 40 without taking profit along the way. And then understanding that, wait a minute, you got a little faux show, bro, but then did a finger of God. Yes. Then it became a short. And then it faux show broed again. And we got long and we got paid. And then we got stopped out. Trading. Nobody's buying a stock at 9:30 and holding it until 4 o'clock. That happens 1 out of 100 trades. You want to be actively trading, and you don't have to be doing it all day. Look how much stuff has happened. It's 11:30. We got a Fed meeting coming out, which is already priced into the market. You understand that, right? It's probably going to be a muted event, a little chop, and then we'll probably go up because the market goes up in December more times than down. It's usually a quiet, bullish month. So now that the market's sold off today already, right? It's sold off already. Why do you think you get these V bottoms? That's what we call a V bottom. Why do you think this happens? Why? You know where I'm going with this one, right, guys? Why does the market always seem to V bottom and start ripping higher? Say it. Is anybody delusional in here after all this time? Say it. It's all right. Don't be embarrassed. Say it. What? Come on, Jimmy. I know you're out there. Say it, Jimmy. Say it. Because the market never goes down. Now you get this tongue-in-cheek joke that we live by. If you, for a second, don't remind yourself as a shorter that the market never goes down, you're going to be crushed. We are on our toes. We're just waiting. Okay, well, the short's working right now. All right, we got confirmation of a short right there, Kenny. I mean, hey, listen, I'm short right now. And it was working. Woohoo! But as it's working the whole time, remember, you're like an AA. You're in an AA meeting. I know I'm doing something wrong. I thought I hit my bottom. Oh my God, it's actually working right now. Maybe I can be a shorter. And as soon as you think that, remind yourself the market never goes down. And you should be lucky that it actually went down and you made some money because you did something proper. VWAP gave you permission to stay short right there. And then you broke new lows. But then you went to... Sorry, I messed it up. Oh, my dog. What do you want, guy? He's back again, breathing next to me here. It went to the anomaly print from yesterday and said, hello, hello. Because, yes, the market never goes down and it's rigged. So we went to the exact print from yesterday's anomaly candle. Bang. Boom. And suddenly, coincidentally, that's where the buyers were like they were last time. Oh. It's just a coincidence. Right? This is a coincidence. Yeah, it's just a coincidence. Yeah, all these things that we do are just coincidental. So that's why you'll never see Bollinger Bands on my screen, Ichiro clouds, stochastics, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, Elliott waves, because all that shit is bullshit. We understand the market's rigged, and we understand that it's rigged to certain prices, and VWAP tells us which side to be on. That is all you need. And then you just trade around price. For instance, Chewy, I don't need anything other than price, because what does 35 get you? 37.50. Why? Because that's how it works. 35 gets you 37.50. It's old school market mechanics from the 80s still plays out today. It's all one big rigged algo. It's still built on what was original. So if you remember option pricing, 35 gets you 37.50, old school 80s pricing. You didn't have dollar increments, half-point increments, weekly options back in the day. You had 3 months. You had basically quarterly options. They were very illiquid and awful. And usually 35, didn't have a 36 or a 37. You went 35, 37.50. 37.50 gets you 40. 40s, you start going 45, 45 gets you 50. And that market mechanic still is ingrained in the market. So those parameters still work. So all you're doing is VWAP and price action. And then you never get out of your entire position at one price. You sell on the way up. You cover on the way down, expecting to get stopped out. And by the way, Kron, another good choice here. Look, the weed stocks, I don't know what to tell you, but it is truly the year of the dog shit stock. And wouldn't you know, right before the year is up, the dirtiest, dungiest, disgusting, most awful sector of all of them is finally coming back. And it makes sense. I love the concealing baby swallow pattern. I love that shit. Nothing more than an engulfing bullish wedge, which is also my favorite porn from 1982. Engulf my candle. I don't know why I said it in it. Yeah. Everything goes back to porn. But that's it, my friends. And then you rinse and you repeat and you find the next trade, or you stick with the trade that you're already in, like this Tilray. Still trying to get some more out of Tilray. Might as well, right? Weed stocks are coming back. Tilray, Kron. These are probably the worst stocks on the planet. Awful. If you know anything about Kron, I was kind of friendly with the guy who joined the board of directors. And since he joined the board of directors, the stock went to shit. I don't even know if he still works there, but 5 years ago, the dungeon and the schmooze, they are one and the same right now. Yes. So if you have the schmooze password, go to there. Go there. It's the schmooze room. Right. We're calling it the dungeon now. So in 2026, the question is, you want to fuck around and find out, or you want to get paid? And if today was the first day of witnessing how awesome I am, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me introduce you to my friend Solid. Because I'm telling you, I'm intro to VWAP now. The PhD is my man Solid, who has skill, that has knowledge of things that I do not possess. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. The guy is a fucking master. And he took what I showed him and he expanded on it to a realm that I didn't even know existed. The quantum realm, if you will. And he's getting spun off too. This stuff is way too valuable for what we've been doing here. You've been lucky. It should be $10,000 a year, $12,000 a year, especially when you get to that level. When you're doing $1,000 a day, right? You're averaging about 20 grand a month. You're all going to get there. Because if you can make $200, you can make 1,000. Every trade we do is scalable. Right? We don't trade bullshit Ross Cameron, worthless garbage small cap stocks that he manipulates with 30,000 shares in the float, where he buys it and then he tells his chat room to buy it so he can get out on your dime. We don't do that. We trade real stocks, and we let the institutions move the name for us because we're trading VWAP, which is institutional money flow. Right, dog? Don't pretend. That's twice in one morning. Who's out there? Go. 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 You want to go outside again? Why twice in one morning? You okay? All right. I think Johnny might have fell down the well. Let me go see what's up with my dog. Go get it. So if you just heard and you sat through that rant, I'm going to sum it up with this. It ain't about me, right? Sounds like I make it all about me, right? That's kind of the shtick. It's about this trade, and I'm passionate about it. And speaking of other chat rooms and other people that do this in the industry, I've been trying to start a rumble on the internet for years. Me and Solid against any two other traders on this planet, we will literally fuck you up. And nobody ever takes my challenge. I've reached out to Oliver Velez, nothing. He doesn't want to step up. Rob something or other, who says he wins a trading contest every year. I'm not invited. If you won a trading contest and Solid and I weren't invited, then you didn't win shit. That's like Trump winning a golf tournament or getting an award from FIFA. Just making some shit up so you could award yourself. Look at me, I'm a champ. It ain't about me. Sounds like I'm making it all about me. It's not about me. It's about understanding what the hell we're doing here. And then it's about you. It's about you. It's about this trade. It's about this trade that I have discovered here. I'm like the Christopher Columbus of trading right now. Am I allowed to say that? We're bringing Christopher Columbus back. And by the way, don't worry about 2026. You're getting $5,000 from Doge. You're getting $2,000 from the tariffs, and we don't have to pay income tax anymore. So just wait for Trump to send you that $7,000 to fund your account next year. It's coming, right? By the way, if you didn't laugh at that part, do you know that people just completely forgot about the Doge, right? The Doge. Especially, and by the way, if anybody calls it Dogecoin, it's doggy coin because it's a dog. I own it. I want to talk about delusional people. Delusional people are people that own that doggy coin. For 4 years, it's gone absolutely nowhere. Had the one move. Elon cashed out when he was on Saturday Night Live that day. At least I sold some there. And I've been in it ever since. It goes nowhere. It does nothing. Serves no purpose. But man, if you go on a message board, and you talk about Doge or doggy coin in a negative way, you'll have people calling for your head. They are the most, people who are hodling, if they call it that anymore, those are the most delusional people I have ever. Everybody's a little bit delusional when it comes to money and the markets, but these people are freaking psychotic. Like, I'm in it. The thing's been 13 cents for 9 months. Yeah, all right. What the hell are you getting all excited about? It's doing nothing. Moon! Wait, moon! The fuck are you looking at? Sick. It's always doggy coin, Minotaur. It's always doggy coin. But speaking of Doge, right? Remember that shit, right? Elon Musk came out with a chainsaw, right? Right? Cutting jobs. We're saving all this money. And then we were supposed to get $5,000 checks, right? What happened? I don't want to refer to Trump as any kind of genius, but his genius is he just keeps plowing ahead. No matter what he says so much dumb shit and crazy shit that you forget about the other crazy shit. But I didn't forget. I'm owed $5,000. He said every one of my family was getting $5,000. So that's 20 G's. Plus $2,000 now for the tariff refund. So I'm owed 20 plus 2 more. So that's 28 grand. And I'm not paying taxes. And apparently, I don't keep going with this. I went to the Wegmans drugstore because I was out of Valium. And I said, let me get some Valium and $300. And the woman's looking at me. I'm like, what? Trump said they cut drug prices by 300%. You owe me $300 right now. Give me my drugs and the cash. And she's looking at me. I'm looking at her. I'm like, what? I want my money. Trump said, I heard it went down 1,200%, but all I want is the 300. He said it went down 1,200%, the price of these drugs. Now give me my Valium. I can't sleep, and the $1,200, but I'll take 3. And she's looking at me. I'm looking at her. I'm like, I'm not trying to be funny here. Trump said I could get money. No? And then I went to the store and everything was more expensive. And then I went to the gas station. I said, I'm only paying $2. The guy's like, it's $3.05. I'm only paying $2. And he says, it's $3.05. I'm only paying $2. Trump says we're under $2 everywhere. I ain't paying $3. And the guy said, well, we're not going to fill up your tank. And I said, well, I guess I'll pay $3.05 then. So you want to be living in a delusional world or you want to make money, is my point. That's a long way to say that, right? But you get it. Just found out. Terrific. I mean, the Revolutionary War, we had the planes flying over. What? Planes during the Revolutionary War? What the hell are you talking about? It was a secret. Before the Wright brothers, my great-great-great-grandfather, Jebediah Trump, invented this thing where you could fly. Nobody flies better than I do. I invented flying. I go all day. By the way, not a liberal, not a Democrat, just not a fan of Trump. I'm from New York, so. And then again, he was very nice to me when I met him. I met him twice, so I will give him that. But man, he's some kind of lunatic. Stop telling me you're sending me money, because then I'm offended when I don't get the money. Gotta love tariffs. Oh, wait a minute. We got another trade on our hand. Oh, shit. I'm in. I'm already buying it. This thing keeps getting squeezed. How does this thing keep coming back? Hang on a second. We missed the faux show, bro. Oh, man. They just keep coming. All right, I buy a couple of hundy. Can't help me now. Again, same kind of thing. You're chasing it. You buy a little bit. It comes back. You work it. But the stock's 58 cents away from going green. So, I don't know. Buy a little bit. I don't want to keep trading. I've already had a great day. But this stock, if you guys know about this WVE, we're killing it. Traded it yesterday short, and then it became a monster long trade. Same kind. Oh, damn. All right. Actually, now I don't know if I want this thing. Wow. I missed a lot. That's a 1-minute multi-day VWAP trade right now. I'm kind of required by law to take this serious because above blue, above orange, above new high, that is my favorite kind of trade. But what time is it? Coming into noon. Probably shouldn't have been getting into this one. I just bought 100 shares. You know what? It's 100 shares. Who cares? Pulls back to 2008, holds. We'll work our way out of this thing too. But listen, these stocks lately, iRobot, you better keep this one on the menu. This bad boy looks like it could pop another 150%. Stitch Fix keeps coming back. This stock keeps coming back. WVE. Trading it in the last 3 or 4 days. Phenomenal. You guys know ONDS. Got to be on the menu every day. You got to watch this. Open. You got to watch this one every day. They just set up perfectly almost every day. And when there's no earnings to play, you got to have a few names that you want to trade. Uh-oh. Speaking of my dog. Yes. Me? I don't know. Give me a case of Pirate's Booty and a vat of grain alcohol. Party's at our house tonight. You guys like Pirate's Booty? Trader Joe's has their own version. It's better than the original Pirate's Booty. I eat cases of this stuff. It's probably not good for me, but oh man. All right, let me go see what's up. You guys having a good time today, right? Today was a special kind of day. Even Solid Jello is in the dungeon. So let me explain to you again one more time what's happening in 2026. And this is why not only am I very, very excited about Georgia and JMU football. It's been a great year. I want to share the wealth. I want to share my good times with everybody else. Obviously, I have an ulterior motive. I want you to join the website, but I want to do it the right way. I want to make you guys some money these next couple of weeks so then you could pay up for the year, for next year, and maybe go VIP. Because we're going to do it in tiers, right? There's going to be one price that you get everything. And then I'm taking the schmooze and I'm selling that too. Because it's so valuable. It's so important. It's a pick service. It's an education. It's an options seminar. It's way too much that we do, especially after doing this for 8 hours a day, to circle back and then do it all night. It's a thing. And it's VIP. So there's going to be VIPs. 2026, the year of the VIPs, right? Solid Jello is super VIP. When he comes in and blesses us with his presence and his knowledge, you got to understand, every second he's with us is a bonus. He's not obligated. He's here because he's a friend. He still thinks I owe him something. No. And he still thinks I owe him something, but I'm showing him this. He is, like I said, the wizard. If I'm the warlock, he's the wizard. But seriously, I'm intro to this thing. When you step up and you see what this guy has built, and then what we're going to build together, you'll understand. I just want to make it perfectly clear, right? You've all been getting bonuses this whole time. Bonus time is over. So now you're going to be VIP, or you be, what does he say? Hit the bricks, pal, and beat it. Because you are going out. And then we're going to spin him off. It's going to be like All in the Family and the Jeffersons. He's going to have his own thing. And you're going to want to be a part of that. If you're VIP, you get it. If you don't, you got to pay. So join now, because there's a lot of changes going to happen here. And there's nothing better than letting me pay you to pay me to pay you. That's the way it should be done. And I'm proud to say we're the only ones that do this. And Solid and I are not afraid. By the way, iRobot, new highs, here you go. Yeah, of course it's going up now. I'm not in it anymore. I feel left out. I ain't buying it again. But listen, we're very, very passionate about what we do. We could literally talk, both of us, 12 hours straight. But we're getting old. He's actually a grandfather. So all this stuff, right? All this great stuff that we're doing. Wouldn't it be great for me to pay you to then pay me to get paid? That's what this month should be. That's what this month needs to be. You need to be in this iRobot, kicking its ass, making yourself $3 or $4 grand. A lot easier to pay for something for a year when you make $3 grand on your first day. Look at this fucker. I know. Hang on. I was kidding about the grain alcohol. You don't have to go looking for grain alcohol. It's just very, very strong alcohol. It's kind of like moonshine. You're not going to be able to find it. Just get me the Pirate's Booty. Or, I mean, get me the, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You guys ever have grain alcohol? Oof. You ever have real moonshine? I got some real moonshine. Man, it tasted like, I guess you'd have to compare it to the strongest tequila you've ever had in your entire life. Ooh, I remember how shocking it was. Oh my God. Ooh. Crazy. So that's where we're at right now, friends. Make some money with us so then you can pay us back, and then we all hang out. And we all live happily ever after. And these trades keep on working. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Gatlinburg? Wait a minute. I was in Gatlinburg. Was that Dollywood? Right outside of Dollywood, right? Somebody made me go there. I think I was kidnapped. Hey, by the way, thanks for the real estate, my Colorado friend. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Not the first house that you sent me. I want to downsize. That house is the house you sent me is bigger than where I live now. Now I want to small places. I want to get like the goal is to sell here, sell my Jersey stuff, sell the building, get 3 spots wherever my kids wind up. That's why I'm thinking Colorado, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia area, and have something up here like maybe an apartment somewhere in tri-state area still. But I want to, yeah, Colorado's calling. I'm feeling it. I just got to wait for my daughter to graduate college, see where she's going. Ladies and gentlemen, one more thing before you go. Wait, where am I going? I ain't going anywhere. By the way, we're staying live all day, right into the Fed, all day, right to 4 o'clock. So, what was I just going to say? All right, I lost it. Yeah. No, yeah. I like the smaller places. Yeah. I got to be able to afford 3 different spots. I need a pickleball court, clubhouse. Somebody takes my garbage out. I don't want to have to do much. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't mind. I'm probably going to live in like a couple, communities. And then I'll teach all the aldecacas who still live there how to teach. That's Yiddish for old fuck. He's sitting there in the old age home teaching people how to trade VWAP at 80. Hey, I tell you what I used to see. I don't know why I'm suddenly Christopher Lloyd from Taxi. Ha, Jimmy! Oh, you told me the stock's going to go up, and then it went down. Okie doke. Nobody knows that reference, right? Nobody, unless you're old. Jimmy from Taxi. What does a yellow light mean? Slow down. What does... If you know what I'm talking about, I love you. You guys watch Taxi? Still good. Still a good show. I watch it on repeat. Speaking of Christopher Lloyd, he's still around. They threw him in that movie, Nobody, which the first one was phenomenal. The second one was stupid, but it is what it is. Still all right. Nobody know my Taxi reference? Okay, fine. You guys know who I'm talking about, Christopher Lloyd. 1.21 gigawatts. Money. No, I lost the room now. Wow. Okay. Well, don't forget to tip your bartenders. Shit. So let's go back to this solid Jello story, right? I'm pretty good at what I do here, right? Got a feel for it. Solid, it's not about a feel. It's all algo, right? So he has algos that project the move to the upside, give you the levels right out of the gate where you're worried about on the downside. Me, I do it all manually. You know, the pivot points are where I stop out. And by the way, look how beautiful this WVE trade was before. Blue line, orange line, pulls back to the breakout area, back above orange, and then rips back to the highs of the day. So this whole game, right, that we play, is anybody still here? Did I lose everybody on the Christopher Lloyd? No? Just lost everybody on that one, huh? Shit. Damn. All right, cool. You still here? All right. Let's talk about solid. So, like I said, the guy geeks out in this chat room sometimes for 3 hours standing on his head. And the value that he brings, especially if you're, there's my Tilray. Okay, now you could sell some. Okay, now you could sell some back at the highs. Wait, hang on, let me sell some. Hold on, let me sell. What, do you think we were going to have a loss today? Ooh. We don't lose, right? When you got VWAP, the sword of VWAP by your side, you only lose when you have to lose. This is where other traders got out. We're buying more on the faux show bro. And now we're in the bro stage. Now you take the money. Sold to you here, 7. Now we're looking to get paid some more. Because if you held the pain, now you make the gain. Ooh, everything rhymes. You held the pain, make the gain. Right? We got to hold this trade a whole hour and 20 minutes. Ooh, long-term investing. Right? Now, what's the difference between what happened here, right? And again, this is not some super duper trade, but it's better to make money than to lose money. Other traders would have taken the loss on this trade. We, as VWAPians, we know, all right, there's the low of the day. Unless it really breaks the low of the day, you're not in really bad trouble. If it breaks VWAP, that's not good, but it's got to really get a lot worse. And that a lot worse was 7 cents. Give it the other 7 cents to see if they're forced you out of it. But in this case, it just faux show broed and told us that not only should we not be selling, buy more, and now you sell it. And now, if you're bored, now you lock it up right back at the price where we started buying it. Now your stop's 816, and now you can't lose. By the way, let me tell you a bit more about Tilray. Just like the rest of these other dog shit stocks. Momentum is new high break, prior day high break, old school trading. Stock breaks, prior day high, squeezes on again. Stock break, prior day high, squeezes on again. Right? So now if it consolidates over here, it's still above yesterday's high. If it consolidates and just does nothing for the rest of the day, tomorrow, when it breaks today's highs, you'll get another move, probably to the 875. And then hopefully on Friday, the stock's sitting around, chopping, faux show broing, and we get some $8 calls or maybe the 850s for a couple of pennies, stock takes off, you got yourself a 500 contracts at 2 cents for $1,000. The contracts go to 50 cents and you make 50 grand. Woo! Real number. Because Tilray trades weekly options in penny increments. That's where you want to be. So on Friday, this Friday, we'll address it. And if it's setting up properly, we can get some penny, 2 cent, 3 cent options. And then all you need is an 8 to 8.50 move. And let me explain one more time. Let's say the 8 stock dips down around 7.85, but on a Friday, your $8 calls are going to be worthless because the stock's under 8. Time is running out. Tick, 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 tick. So the $8 calls are going to be dirt cheap, maybe a penny or 2. So let's say they're 2 cents. By the way, iRobot, new highs. I'm not buying iRobot back. Have your fun. I'm done. It's going without me. Oh, so be it. But this $8 call, friends, on a Friday will be back down to, let's say, 2 or 3 cents. And then let's say the squeeze ensues again on Friday and the stock pops to 8.50 or 8.75. Your $8 call will go from 2 cents to 50 cents. That's 25x. To break the illusion, you don't need stocks that go 25x. And we found some lately, these SMXs and TGLs and Twiggies and all that other bullshit, right? You need options on Fridays moving 50 cents or $1, well-timed, and that's how you get paid. And then you make money doing the high-quality trades Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so you've got a couple of G's where you could throw around, a couple of 200 here, 300 there, 400 there. One hits, and you're good. The other 10 could fail because that one hit usually is a 10 or 20 bagger. This is the one. You got iRobot, you got Tilray, you got Stitch Fix, you got Cron. So if these stocks, and again, I'm hoping they go down now, so we get another chance at them at a little bit cheaper. And then if the squeeze ensues, that's how you make serious, serious money. But you got to get to that point. Take the high quality trades in your Chewies, your Toll Brothers, your Ollies, these earnings reports. Then you come in on a Thursday night, you hang with us during the schmooze. We game plan, we get ready for Friday, and then those plays start to work. And you're not nervous about throwing $200, $300, $500 on these trades. And then you sit under the desk and pray. It's the only time hope and faith are allowed to come into your trading strategy on Fridays. But we take calculated trades, and then we hope for the best. So right now, I expect what we're doing to be the next 2 hours of this because everybody's going to be in wait-and-see mode. They already got the sellers to sell. The longs got screwed. The shorts got screwed even worse. That's the essence of the faux show, bro. And if you don't believe in the rigging of the market, yeah, it's just a coincidence it hit the orange line and sold off. It's just a coincidence it went back to the orange line and sold off. These are just coincidences. That's sarcasm. If you haven't caught on, laying on pretty thick there. Nothing's a coincidence. Why did it go to that price? Whole number. The same print from yesterday. It went to the same print. And the same exact thing happened. All you're doing is trading the parentheses. The probabilities. That's what I was trying to say. You take the trade that happens the most. And then if something happens that doesn't cooperate with what normally happens, get out. And that's it. And that's the hard part of trading. Nobody wants to take the loss. Nobody wants to eat the trade. You got to eat it once in a while. Actually, I shouldn't say once in a while. You got to eat it a lot. And there are days we got to keep eating it. And nothing works. And you're getting chopped up. As long as you keep those losses small that day, then you have a day like this where you got no losses and you kick ass. And it crushes that day. You don't even remember that day. Feel me? My man, you love the Elliott wave, huh? The fifth wave. Is it more than a fifth wave? South Carolina? Yeah. Does anybody know the town I was talking about yesterday? It's right outside of Davidson. Just the whole town is just little shops. I mean, my wife loved it, but I was more about the restaurants, a couple of cool sports. But right outside Davidson College, the whole town was just one nice shop and like restaurants and shops and restaurants. Everybody had a smile on their face. They had like free yoga. It was like I was like, what town is this? I want to live in this town right here. It was like the happiest moment ever. We were on our way to Georgia and we just stopped to visit my friend at Davidson, and it was like the next town over. I can't remember the name of the town. Sure, my wife knows. But I might want to live there. It was a very happy town. Happy trees. You don't know anything about Elliott waves, but anything worth trading will have 5-wave move 19 out of every 20 days. Well, it sounds like you know about Elliott waves. Sounds like you know a lot about them. I don't know. But what I know is the Qs just hit prior day VWAP, and they're reverting back to today's VWAP. That's what we're going to get right now. And look, this is, I can't explain it anymore. It went to the exact price. It's rigged. We got the rigging of the market. Make money. Faux show bro, VWAP breaks. Earnings reports, faux show bros, blow off tops, right around VWAP, it's the same trade. What time was it? Let me see. Start freeing up some cash. I need about 110,000. What was the name? Let's see. Do 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 do. By the way, if you have any questions, just type them into the chat room. I'm just chilling right now. I sold most of that Tilray because I just wanted to, get out. But I might hang in there with a little bit. I do think it's going to go to $10. I'm kind of hoping it goes there on Friday, like I explained. Birkdale Village. Birkdale Village. Anyone? Birkdale Village? Anybody live there? The nicest town. No Birkdale Village? What do I think about the heavy amount of ether calls that expire this week? Are you talking about? I probably should know what ETH. When I see that, I just think Ethereum. If you're talking about crypto, I have no idea. unless you're, I don't know what ether means. No, but the town's Birkdale Village. Very nice. I have friends that moved to Savannah. I got to go visit them. They say they love it. Oh, I know nothing. Yeah, I know nothing about Ethereum. No, sorry. I do know that save up some money for my coin when I put it out. I just this lawyer guy scared the shit out of me. He's like, "Make sure you got a lawyer." I'm like, "Why?" Because someone's going to sue you if you launch your own coin. I'm like, "But what if it actually works?" Nah, somebody will sue you anyway. Nobody sue me. It's supposed to be for fun. By the way, Tilray new highs. Come on. So anyway, do you guys know about Pump.fun? I'm probably going to put it on there. I thought that website was a scam, but these guys that I respect in the industry said it's actually legit. But I don't know. I spoke to this lawyer in the industry. Quote, "I'm too busy to help you right now, but I'll put you in the right hands. You definitely want a lawyer before you launch any coins." So I'm waiting to talk to a lawyer. But I was like, if I tell people it's a pump and dump before you buy it, then that's all the warning you need. You know, all cryptocurrencies are. They don't even call it cryptocurrency anymore. It doesn't serve any purpose in this life, and it never will. It's all this thing go up, let's buy some, hope it goes higher, just like every bullshit. OG miners, the whales don't exist any longer. BlackRock and big position of Bitcoin, they're continue to buy. Hey, listen, I think Bitcoin, inevitably, I think what has to happen is they wipe out every other coin, which would be pretty crazy. I'm not talking about like the second tiers, I guess. I don't know the difference, really. I know there's Bitcoin. I know what I own. Stupid doggy coin and Ripple. I bought Ripple because I'm a deadhead. Hey, good enough reason. I bought Tron because of Jeff Bridges. That worked out. I was like, there's a coin called Tron? Electric currency? Tron should be the only one that exists. Right? I bought Doggy Coin because I got a dog. And here's the funny part. When I was buying this crypto, right, it was the guy that told me to buy it. He was in from Bitcoin at 300. He came to visit me, took me out. It was awesome. I bought it that night. So I was like, what should I buy? And I didn't even know how to buy it at the time. I had to do the transfer. I was like, do it for me. So this guy, Steve, and this guy, Brian and Steve. So I'm sitting there and he's showing me the list of these names, right? So I'm like, there's something called Ripple. I'm like, I'm in. He's like, do you want to know about it? It's frictionless currency. He started explaining. I'm like, I don't care. It's like, there's no difference between any one of these. He's like, no, there really is. It depends on what the blockchain. I'm like, whatever. I felt like I was at a donut store. I'm looking at the list of names. I'm like, let me get some Ripple. Oh, let me get some Tron. Oh, it's a doggy coin. So when I saw it, when I saw doggy coin, he's like, no, you don't want that one. Somebody just invented it because he got a dog. He thought it was funny. I was like, oh, so that one's the scam opposed to the other ones that aren't scams. I'll go with scam coin, and it worked. You know, suddenly Elon Musk was all about it. My friend Alexis was telling me that Elon was in on it. Alexis, give it up for Alexis. She was there. She was taught. She knew that. Alexis knew about doggy coin before most people. Luckily, we sold some that night when he was on SNL. Anyway, long story short, I do think Bitcoin goes to 1 million, but if they're going to ever use it as real currency, it has to stop moving. It has to have some sort of, it has to go stagnant so you could value it. Right? So if it stays between 80 and 100,000 for like 5 or 6 years, inevitably there's, according to my guy who sold his hedge fund to just do Bitcoin now, he says, think about you. You came in late and it's working. Think about if every person on earth wakes up one morning and says, I want to own a little bit of Bitcoin. Only 3% of the world owns it. There's a finite amount. And what if everybody wants some? I'm like, well, I guess I'll buy some more. And he convinced me just with that one little conversation. I'm like, oh, okay. Eventually they're going to stop making Bitcoin. And if the demand keeps rising, it probably will go to 1 million. Opposed to a lot of these coins, if you don't know. And again, this is just my understanding. I don't know much about it, right? To my understanding, what I've learned is that there are coins that replicate almost daily. So in order for them to not crash, the demand has to outweigh the supply, but the supply keeps increasing. And you can't out demand it. Bitcoin's the opposite. Demand's still going up, and supply inevitably will be finite. That's what makes it more interesting. I just think they need to wipe out the, if you go to any one of these, I don't know if you know about some of these websites. My favorite one is CoinCap. And this one's been around since I got started. This is coincap.io. And this is why when I saw this website, they have VWAP on their website. And I was like, no way. I was like, who? Really? And just seeing VWAP associated with crypto, that made me want to buy it. I was like, oh shit, VWAP, I'm in. There's my Tron. And I'm still in the top ones. I got Ripple, I got Tron, I got Dogecoin, and I got Algo because Scaramucci told me to buy it at 250. You guys remember Scaramucci? Scaramouche? The Mooch? Remember Scaramouche? Scaramouche came to our website and he did a presentation for like an hour talking about how smart he was and how he's so hip to this cryptocurrency game. And he pitched us a coin called Algorand, right? And my first instinct was, if Scaramucci's telling us to buy it, it's probably a scam because that guy's a 2-bit car salesman. Scaramouche, the Mooch. 2 weeks after he was on our show, he had to close part of his hedge fund down because people were looking to withdraw and have the money. True story. And then it went from 250. Let me see where it is. So Algorand, right? So just like I was at the donut shop, so Scaramouche is pitching it to us up here. He's pitching it to us up here, and I'm like, well, if this guy's involved, let's just wait for it to crash, then we'll buy it. That's where I bought it, down here. I bought it less than that. I got actually at the lowest point you possibly can get it, because once it went under 10 cents, I bought it. Actually, let me see what my price average was. I think I got it at 9. Well, I got to go through a 9-step process now to log into my account. I got to give a blood sample. You ever try to log into your account nowadays? It's a 13-step process. And they got to call me. Oh, look at that. They let me in. Oh, because I logged in the other day. Algorand, my average price, 0969. Too bad it's not 67. Oh, 67. I'm hip. So I'm in zero. I bought 0969. Look at me. Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? So and here's I didn't tell you the fun part. At 250, he told us that this has the potential to go up not just a couple of X, 250X. And he put this big banner on the screen. Do you know what 250X? That's 2,500%. Sorry, that's 250,000%. I'm like, is this guy being serious right now? And he's going on and on. I'm like, holy shit. Like, and then I was going to ask him a few questions, and then he skedaddled. The word of the week, by the way, skedaddled. And then they skedaddled, and the plane was, and the fishing boat, and they skedaddled. By the way, anybody upset about us lighting up some drug cartel boats? I don't care if it's drug cartels or not. I mean, this is still in the news, 2 weeks now? I don't hate everything he does. Speaking of that, you want to see something cool? You think I hate Trump? Oh, I don't hate him all the way. I don't like him because I think he's a rapist. But here's a silver eagle, but on the back, look at that. The Gulf of America. Yeah. Why not call it the Gulf of America? I'm in. I got 100 of these. Gulf of America, baby. These might be collectible coins soon. I mean, I bought them just for the silver. I love me some Gulf of America. I love lighting up ships, not knowing who's on them. But man, who's the guy? Hegsmith? What's his name again? I thought it was fake news that he was calling out the guy on SNL. He wants to sue SNL and that comedian for making fun of him. He made fun of me. He said, I'm not qualified for this job. I want to sue him. That guy's a bitch. That guy's the biggest loser there is now. I mean, seriously? Ooh, made fun of me. SNL's been making fun of politicians and people in power. That's what they do for 50 years. That's what comedy is. Oh, he made fun of my suit. That guy's terrible. But we're living in very bizarre times. That's why, man, I love what we do so much, because this cuts through all that bullshit. It's only math, people. Right? You want to try to convince me 1 + 1 is 3? You're a crazy person. Right? When a stock does something, you can't tell me it didn't. Did we just cost ourselves? Did we just buy more Tilray and sell some at 825 and watch it go to 845? Did that just happen, or didn't it? Can't debate about it, right? There's no debate. I win the car. Right? That's what I love about this. It's if then, unless you're delusional, which we've learned a lot of people are. And there's no talking to those people. But you want to be delusional, or you want to make money? Right? You want to talk with woulda, coulda, shouldas, or you want to actually do things? Right? That's the choice you make. 2026, the year you make your choice. And I do it the right way, my friends. I hope you guys are enjoying this. More importantly, I don't care if you're enjoying it. I hope you made some money. Enjoy all you want. I'm an entertaining kind of fellow, but really it's about making money. So let's go back to talking about how awesome solid Jello is. Because in 2026, like I said, it's going to be all in the family and the Jeffersons. Solid is too valuable. He's too important. He works too hard for him to not have his own thing. And we got to spin him off, and it's going to be awesome. He's going to run his algo. He's going to teach people about programming. He's going to be doing those sessions, but now they're going to be behind the velvet rope. And you're not going to want to miss. You're not going to want to miss out on hearing his commentary. You're not going to want to miss out on being a part of what he does. And if you like to geek out, programming your own stuff, he'll teach you that stuff. I can't teach you that stuff. This dude's up at 2 o'clock in the morning, banging out algos for people. He's just doing it because he's a nice guy, the kindness of his own heart. He's going to be the Jeffersons. People moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. And that's our plan. That's our plan. We're morphing. It's going to be a little a la carte. And that's why you pay up now. You'll be very, very happy in 2026. You wait, you're going to have to pay up a little bit more. That's all the selling I'm going to do. I don't really talk about memberships. I'm here about the trade. But now that we got this quiet time, so if you are out there and you are hearing me, send me the email. I'll get you the link. I'll get them out in about a half an hour, so you guys can hang with us today, tomorrow, Friday, and the rest of the month. But the Fed's coming out. We're going to get some excessive chop. Nobody does anything. You don't have to trade after the Fed does the thing. What's going to happen? You're going to get what's called a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, so the market's going to spike one direction. I can't tell you which way. Doesn't matter. Usually it's the wrong way. The knee-jerk reaction is usually wrong. And then you get a counter trend move. And then you start forming ranges during this chop, like Vibe Stocks is talking about. You get some chop. If you stay in the chop, you know what you do? You put on some music. What's your favorite chop around song? What's my favorite chop around song? You guys know Kenny Glick Trivia Night. Come on. Christmas time. It's Kenny Glick Trivia Night. I give away free coins. What's my favorite chop around song? Come on. You know it. When the market's chopping around, what do we put on? You guys know it. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back. What's my favorite chop around song? This song. I can't blast the music because You're going the wrong way. How does he know which way we're going? We do the chop around. Ray Charles. Hassan Chop. Yeah, a lot of it is AI. But you got another parameters to tell the AI. Yeah, it's harder than you think. And if you know the movie reference, come on. What movie? Two guys in a car listening to Ray Charles. And they're traveling one day. You're going the wrong way. Thank you. How does he know which way we're going? Yeah. Train don't run out of Wichita, runs out of Stubbville. 2 guys in a car, road trip. Nothing? Lisa knows what I'm talking about. All right, now you're allowed to stay. Hassan Chop, Bugs Bunny, very good. Close, good guess, Midnight Run. You're messing with the wrong guy. Steve Martin? Come on, Steve Martin in a car? You're messing with the wrong guy. When he goes in to get the car, on the rent-a-car, I just ran across a fucking runway. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Come on, y'all. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Automobile? Where's my automobile? Now, you know that movie? Come on. Automobile? This guy knows. All right. Sometimes I feel like I'm just alone here. All right. At least one of you, at least as long as one person knows what I'm talking about, I'm okay. All right. So I don't know what to do now. I'm going to go eat breakfast. I'm going to leave this running, or maybe we just come back. If I log out, you guys won't be able to log back in. So here's what I'm going to do. Internet. Now's your chance, Internet. Raging Bullers, YouTubers, TikTokers, whoever's out there listening to me. We got an hour and a half. Nothing's going to happen in the next hour and a half. Squadouche. If something does happen, who cares? We already kicked ass today, right? Still got some Tilray. We're waiting to see if this thing goes higher. That's all we got, right? You got your stop on. My stop's 823, where it pivoted before. So what you'll do now is send me an email. I will send you the link and the password, and you will come to the dungeon. And then when the market starts to do its thing later, you'll be with us live. And all the lazy YouTubers that don't send me an email, you get left out. And by the way, if you're out there, Money Map Press people, this is your chance, right? You're still burnt. You're out there, you're still burnt. Still feel like I owe you something because the company that I worked for as an employee went out of business and they told you that I did something to you. You get it now. It wasn't me. But if you're still out there, no hard feelings. I'll try to help you. If you guys know what I'm talking about, the people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. You still feel wronged? You feel duped? Well, if you read the contract that you signed when you joined the thing, they just went out of business. You know why I got fired? Because they couldn't figure out how to make more money off me because I do everything all at once. That's why. They couldn't figure out how to wring any more money out of me. So they let me go. And they told you that I quit. Why would I quit a job where all they were doing was pressing a button and broadcasting what I was doing on my own website on their website? Why would I quit that job? It was literally free money. And the whole time I had my own website going the whole time. The whole time. And they didn't like the fact that I told them, if you're firing me, then you're probably going to be out of business within a year. And when I said that out loud, people are like, well, they're going out of business. And then everybody wanted to leave and they got pissed. They tried to sue me for some corporate espionage or some shit. And my lawyer's like, who gives a shit? It's just your opinion. I'm like, yeah. And that was it. And they were all, the one guy, he was very upset that I made fun of him in the scanners. And by the way, before I leave. If you don't know my secret identity, it is Scan Man. So not only did I not create that, they created it for me and then said I was wrong to make fun of the scanner guy. I'm like, you built the thing for me. So there was a guy that all he did was sell scanners. And I was like, if you got to just keep selling scanners every month, it just proves how inept you are at what you do. Ooh, that word really got him going. Who do you think you are calling me inept? You. Scan Man, I'm calling inept. And that was the beginning of the end. And for 6 months, I was abusing this guy. And finally, he caught on. And that's why it all went wrong. Because he couldn't stand the criticism. You're in this industry and you can't stand some criticism? Prove me wrong. Prove to me that you're not inept and a charlatan selling a bunch of bullshit, renaming it and selling it next month. Prove it to me. And I'll stop saying that what is my opinion, and I have a right to that. But I had to sit there with a lawyer for 3 months. Guess who's still going? Me and Solid are still going. They actually did go out of business. $1 billion revenue gone because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Yeah, I'm talking to you, hillbilly. So send me an email. I could tell you even more of the gory details once we're in a private session, because I got some dirt that I don't even like to talk about because it was a hurtful time. Things that were said about me were quite hurtful. I lost a friend who I thought was a friend. All right? The email is kennyglick@aol.com. Get it to me right now. I'll send you a link in the next 15 or 20 minutes, and then we'll get ready for Fed, and we'll spend the rest of the month or whatever, 3 weeks together. Let's make some money. Peace. Good luck, dog. Kenny Glick, AOL.com. And if you know movie quotes, it helps. All right. Well, everything's going to be all right. See you. Kenny Glick.